It's surprisingly, Manchester United were down after 10 minutes. 2 goals down, I think for the first time
In fact, before 10
ever,
minutes.
ever in their history. Against Newcastle, we saw Benitez almost, ending Mourinho's run yesterday. But luckily for them, in the second half, we saw a fight back. What we have not seen in a very long time from the Manchester United players. Mourinho kneeling down at a point. Yeah, we saw
the players respond to the fans.
Because I actually asked a question a couple of my friends yesterday. I said, these players do not like to lose games, and they responded. We saw Ed Woodward actually shocked, yesterday. But actually a very nice feeling seeing Manchester United pick up points. We saw Mourinho waxing lyrical after the game in the media, as usual. Then we Bayern Munich game, I really don't know what's happening. I think they're beginning to miss Pep Guardiola. Losing their second Bundesliga game in a row.
They're beginning to miss Pep.
Yeah.
Okay, the Pep effect.
Ken, before you come, you see, some people already have a premeditated agenda for the coach to be sacked.
Okay.
But because that didn't happen yesterday,
yes,
now you're giving it to the player. No problem. When they lose, is the coach. When they win, is the player. Right. Continue.
Anyway, I want to tell you this because today, of course, we discussed a lot of things, and then when they start hitting you, before they hit you, you hit them first. Then you understand. And basically, especially when we say what we say is the truth. What we say is the truth. So, but they want to believe that. But then that brings us to our guest in the house today. I tell you this. In the 80s, somebody just burst onto the scene, and bang, who is this? A bundle of skill, blazing through defenses, waxing everywhere. And then Nigeria said, yes, we found it. We're moving down the street. We're to go to Chile. That was in 1987 Chile. And then somewhere early in the morning, we just had story that armed robbers shot somebody. They shot him. I don't know whether it was in the butt or somewhere, but shot him somewhere. And then they collected his, brand new 505. And we're saying, how will he? But miraculously, he did survive. He did, make the team to Chile, which was quite a miracle for the under-20. Then he came back and then went to play pro in Europe. He went to play pro in Europe, was in Belgium, which was the mecca of Nigerian footballers then, and was doing so well until suddenly what they said Ronaldo did happened to him. And then he came back to Nigeria. It is a story that, I would like for him to, to tell by himself. Because there are two things you cannot talk about a man. You cannot shave his hair in his absence, like I'm here. And you are there in your houses, you cannot shave my hair. Or you have to be in the studio to touch this hair. So you can't do that. The other is you cannot tell the story of a person better than the person when the person is right there. So it's a pleasure to have the one and only Nigerian Maradona, number 10 of all times, Etim Esin in the house. Wow. Etim, you're welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot, Ken. It's nice having me on your show. As you said earlier, it's what happens is a lifestyle something. What happens to Ronaldo is about lifestyle. I mean, if you look at my colleagues and look at me or know my story in Belgium, then you really will tell it's a lifestyle that you are living that will attract all these vices to you. I mean, you can't compare Ronaldo lifestyle with Messi lifestyle. Messi is more humble, which is, I can say, is divine, with all that glamour, all that what he has achieved, 5 Ballon d'Or. But it has to be divine to keep you grounded. As a young kid going to Europe, I was naive in a way. I didn't know what was pedophile and all that. I didn't know that they can be as big as that, but they are 16, they are not 17 yet, thereabouts. So you can make all those mistakes. With Ronaldo issues with the lady, you can see the name sounds like a Spanish kind of name.
Katrina
Mayorga.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Spanish name. It might be a fan, invite you come with a live issue. They say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But I mean, if it was trying to, because as I followed the story, because I was very interested in the story, they said the case, some evidence has been destroyed. The underwear and all that has been destroyed. So for you to build a case against Ronaldo after 9 years now, you have to bring another case up, which is going to be very difficult. I mean, it took him all those years in Madrid as a big club, Madrid, before this story comes out. He has moved to Juventus. And you know what mafia is all about in Italian football. It happens to Maradona, so I don't think, Ronaldo is even as big as Maradona. So it can as well happens to Maradona. But the legacy he has built and the brand he has been supporting, trying to withdraw, I don't think it's a very, very funny, funny situation.
And that Ronaldo, from his season, denying the allegation. Definitely. I firmly deny the accusations being issued against me. Rape is an abominable crime that goes against everything that I am and believe in. Yeah. Keen as I may be to clear my name, I refuse to feed the media spectacle created by people seeking to promote themselves at my expense. You know, a lot of people they will feed on this.
Definitely,
the
because
media,
I mean, if you look at his lifestyle and this happens, it's all like what happens to me when I was. You look at Etim lifestyle and what happens to me, so people will feed on it, even if it was because I mean the only journalist alive that came for my issue in Belgium was this guy from Super Sport, Complete Sport. Momuni.
Yeah.
And when this girl have even an offspring, it was a white offspring, which most of you journalists are still not hampering on that feedback.
Yes.
So that means that I mean God and my issue knows that I was innocent. That it was just the lifestyle you're living, that whatever they can tag on you can goes a long way. You don't see Messi flying a private jet, living a rock star lifestyle like Madonna, we're paying apartment in Trump Towers, and you can have money, you can afford all that, so be it. But I mean, if you're more, that's why I say it's divine, because when you are young and have famous and rich, it goes a long way. Drug can get involved.
Women and booze.
And booze and get involved. Look at Paul Gascoigne today. Where is Paul Gascoigne
today?
And this is another young chap that is trying to derail Balotelli as well. So, I mean, I'm trying to bring out a book. I'm writing my autobiography, so I'm going to fit all this into my book coming out in December to really help the upcoming young footballers, the mistake we make, so they shouldn't pass through that kind of mistakes again.
Okay, we have Etim in the house. I tell you this, so we shall come to the story. We shall come to this. This is the tip of the iceberg, because it is a lot. How he started, how he got there, what he got into, what the young footballers should avoid, the temptations that are supposed to come their way. Okay, you're welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday, and then we still have Etim Esin in the house. But joining us is Jimmy and Okwe.
Always a pleasure to be here. Great to have our own Maradona in the house.
Thank you very much, my brother. You're welcome.
All right. So at least I have two other persons who will help me, to grill him a little bit. So let's go back to what this show is all about. Yep. Etim. Yep. You are different from every member of your family, from what I read. Really?
You did a research on me?
Yes, I did that. That's nice. You loved football better than going to school.
Definitely.
Some members of your family didn't find this too funny.
Definitely.
But you stuck with it. Mm-hmm. So, just give us a little background.
You always have a rebel in the family. My dad is an Oxford, he studied in Oxford. He built a school in my hometown in Akwa Ibom there. All my siblings I have a lawyer brother, I have a doctor, I have a banker. They all was education, driven. My father didn't say anything back in the days, anything good in football, that you'll be a dropout or you'll be a rascal, you'll be a tout or something like. It's when I played for Nigeria, I even make up with my father. We were never on the same page. He was education, I was football. So because when I look at the pocket money he gave me in secondary school, and when I played ball and they gave me more money, that's when I found out that all this pocket money my dad has been giving me, and compared to what my small youngsters in Oron that I started playing with giving me, is even bigger than what my father is giving me. And he has been on my head, school. But later on he realized in life that it is education that will give you the balance of your growth, the balance of your life. No matter, we have some other footballers who combine football with education. Odegbami, Owolabi, Amasi, Adokia, Peter Rofai, all those ones, because you can still fall back to something. You understand me? So education is very, very key to combine with football. So it's when I played for Nigeria, me and my father even mixed up. So and from my older siblings who are graduates, who are well-to-do now, most of them were born in England. I was the only one born in Nigeria. Yeah, they are all British. They have British passport. So my orientation into football is quite different from. I'm not trying to brag or do anything. It's quite different from any Nigerian footballer. That's why it's difficult for you to really understand Etim Esin sometimes, because it comes with a package that.
Let's start understanding that package now, Etim. At a point, was it true that your dad wanted you to play for Calabar Rovers when you were about you want to go to you left Calabar Rovers? Is it to Flash to Iwanyangu first?
To Flash.
Okay.
From Flash to Iwanyangu.
Okay. At what point? Okay.
In Ibadan, we regard Etim as a traitor. But of course, time is healer of wound. It was
Yeah.
also to sign for Leventis. You know, it took him all the Calabar boys were there.
I went to
never showed up.
I went to you know, then let's be realistic. When you look at the Leventis squad as of then, let's be realistic. Where will I play?
Okay.
Exactly.
Imagine where will I play? These are all national team.